come with me with Tava, no places too far. Come with me with Tava, no places too far to go. We can take you around the world. Catch this flight with me with Tava, no places too far to go. New places, new faces, yeah, new zip codes. New money, NFTs and plus crypto. Don't need care cash no more. Digital currency on me. Overseas we back and forth. Round trips all aboard, baby. There's room at the top. We'll save a spot for you. Can't no one limit us, so you should come with me with Tava, no places too far. Come with me with Tava, no places too far to go. We can take you around the world. Catch this flight with me with Tava, no places too far to go.
Hey, good afternoon, Facebook family, Instagram family, if y'all there, YouTube family, hey, Tava Nation, my falling in love with myself again crew, just everybody. Good afternoon. Happy Wealth Building Wednesday. Happy Winning Wednesday, Workout Wednesday, Worshiping Wednesday, whatever you guys are doing on your Wednesday. I hope everybody had a wonderful Valentine's Day, right? Let me know in the chat. Did you guys have a good day? Let's see. Hey there, Ronald Lott. Hey, Mr. Clifford. I see you. Chantel, Miss Miranda, hello. Well, some of us don't have a Valentine's Day. We have a Valentine's life. That means every day is filled with love and joy, peace, happiness, right? So I hope that you not only had a wonderful Valentine's Day. Hey, Miss Hazel. But you are having a beautiful Valentine's life, all right? Hey there, Miss Lula. Happy Workday Wednesday. That just choked me up, Miss Lula. Hello, that's right, all of my Tavans. Come on, I don't see anybody. Nobody had any Valentines. I don't see anything in the comments. Or my Galentines. Where are my girls that were celebrating? My single ladies that were loving on themselves yesterday. Mr. Ronald, I know y'all celebrate your love daily. I already know. Good for you. Who's that? Big things popping off today, Facebook user. You better believe it. I hope you all are as excited as I am. We do have some great things in store. Hey, Bishop, how are you? Good. Hey, Mr. Gilbert. So, all right, guys, today, right, it's Wealth Building Wednesday, but tonight we are launching Falling in Love with Myself again, okay? So tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, please go ahead and set your alarms like right now. You don't want to forget. Set your alarm so you can be in front of your computer, your phone, your your iPads, whatever you need to be in front of. And you want to make sure that you have invited some people. All right, you are doing yourself a disservice tonight. You're excited? I know, me too. You are doing yourself a disservice tonight at 8 p.m. if you are on there alone. Okay? Let me see. tonight. That's it tonight. The official launch call. And I believe, guys, on the Facebook page or on the Instagram page, there should be a shareable link. I believe that you can text out. You want to get your peeps, your friends, your girlfriends, your homeboys. You want to get them on tonight. They don't want to miss it. Okay. And so, and let me tell y'all, okay, this has been no sleep week. Okay, events, everybody knows for events for the exec team. Oh, Miss Vanessa, yes, looking forward to the transformation, all the stories, yes. So y'all know for the events, it's like no sleep week for the exec team. Well, this has been no different. When I tell you, Mr. Lloyd has been calling us night and day, and every time he has a new thought, and Rock is backstage, she can attest to this. All right, so just make sure you are on tonight. We're also going to have a boatload of fun. And guess who else can attest to this? Krishan, because she was the benefactor of one of these late night phone calls on Valentine's Day. We're like, sir, can you please stop calling these people? Can you please stop calling these people at 10:30 at night? No, Mr. Clifford, no. It is for ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so you guys have got to make sure you are inviting your male and female friends. Okay, because guess what, guys? Y'all have some stuff that you may want to fall in love with yourself again. Okay, some areas you may want to work on, or just to be a part of it, to be held accountable. All right. So, yes, do not limit it to the ladies. Invite your homeboys. All right. Um, okay. And yes, Krishan. I'm so sorry, Krishan. We called you. We tried. We told him not to. He did it anyway. So, all right, let me get to my guests. I have some very special guests today. You guys know every Wednesday we have been spotlighting different stories. And how many of you have been on in the last few weeks and have been encouraged or been able to relate to something that somebody said? Did you feel inspired? If you did, put some hearts in the chat. And Miss Tequila, that is right. Men need love too. All right. So yes, we are going to love on our men as well. All right. So, okay, I'm going to bring up my very, very first guest today. She told me she was excited. She was ready to share. I'm not going to tell her story because guess what? She tells it better than I ever could. Miss Keisha, are you here, ma'am?
Hey, hey, hey. What's up, Tava Nation?
Okay, you better do the shoulder shimmy coming in. You better.
How are you?
Oh, wonderful, sis. How are you today on this winning Wednesday?
Blessed.
I love it. I love that energy. Why are you so fired up? Because sometimes people are dragging. It's hump day. It's a lot going on.
Woo. Well, it also starts with, waking up and thanking the Lord. That's what I do every single day. I thank him if I can't say nothing else. Thank you, Lord, for waking me up. Not to mention the fact that I have to get up at 5 a.m. anyway for work to get my day started. But second, well, the flare.
Okay, you better speak on it.
The flare. And also I've been using my my sexy because the sexy actually has been helping me with like over anxious feelings and stuff like that, to get my day started, to calm me, because you can go to work, you start your day and you have all these things racing through your mind. So the new sexy product is making me feel sexy too.
You better. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's back up just a little bit. For people that may not know you, tell us a little bit about yourself and what brought you to Tava.
Well, a little bit about me, everyone, is I'm 51 and yes, I'm
Betty B. Yeah. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I had to pause. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But it's okay. 51. I am a grandma of 3 grandchildren, a set of twin boy girl that just turned 1, and I have a grandson that's 2.5 years old. I have a son and my daughter-in-law. All of them together, especially them grandbabies, they keep me young. But that is part of who I am, and also how I came to Tava. Oh my gosh, how I came to Tava is in 2021, I had lost like 21 pounds, and I was at a plateau, and I couldn't lose any more weight, and I wasn't gaining any weight. And I had I had actually met KP through an acquaintance, and she told me about the detox tea and how it gets into your colon and gets rid of all the toxins, things I never really, to be honest with you, knew about. We talked about me being not regular. And so she was like, girl, this is going to help you. Basically, y'all already know how KP talk. So
Yes, we do.
So really, it didn't take a whole lot of convincing, but I did get introduced to Tava through Krishan. And I tried it because I felt like it wouldn't hurt. If it didn't work, it just wouldn't work. So that's how I got introduced. And it started with a health and wellness journey. I started losing weight more and more and more. And actually in 2021, I had lost a total of 60 pounds. The tea, plus she told me I needed to get the multivitamin. And I got that grab pack, and it was something I kind of lived by, so it can restore and replenish. So I also had some other issues I was dealing with, like I was getting muscle spasms and cramps in my legs. As a matter of fact, it would happen in the middle of the night. This went on for a long time. I already knew that I didn't have a lot of vitamin D in me, for years. But at the time, my doctor gave me a test and he said, you have barely none. So anyway, not really knowing how well the Valet 30 was going to give me the vitamins that I needed. And honestly, I didn't know that it had all 3 vitamin Ds in it. So next thing you know, I'm telling you, the muscle spasms, they stopped, and they were painful. Y'all, it would take like 15 minutes to walk it out, try to stretch it out. It was the most excruciating pain in the world. I was even drinking pickle juice from this lady at my job. Older lady said to drink that. So I had it by my bedside because they were coming, all the time. And Krishan was like, girl, stop drinking that pickle juice.
I can literally hear her saying
So yeah, eventually, like, I don't have to drink pickle juice anymore. And that's my story, pretty much how I got introduced to Tava. And then the rest is pretty much history. I've been with y'all ever since. I may not have been, have a big team or anything like that. But actually that year too, within a few months of joining, I became a distributor. And you remember Top Retail for a moment? It was just a blessing. Tava's been a blessing in my life. And I'm going to tell you one thing, and then I'm going to be quiet. But that's probably going to be hard to do because some of y'all know me, and I just kind of long-winded. But anyway, so since I joined Tava, since I met Krishan, it was not only about like the products, it was about a sisterhood and a family with Tava. So that's how I got here. That's where I'm at. And it's changed my life. And these products have become products for the rest of my life. I have never, ever found anything to help me, especially with IBS. We talking about Metamucil, trying it all. You know what I mean? But this is a part of my life. And that's how I found Tava.
I love it. So in other words, you're saying you had the Tava experience because the products work.
Yes.
And so now we are all hashtag happy pooping, right?
Yes. Poop, poop, poop.
Yes, it is important to talk about. People, start talking. Find out from your friends and family. Are they pooping? And are they pooping regularly? And are they having happy poops? Because if you're straining and all that going on, it's not good. But we got something for you, right?
That's right.
So now, as we are preparing for the launch tonight, when you hear about falling in love with myself again and being a mom and a grandma too, and I'm gonna join you in those 50s later this year. Okay.
Right.
But was there ever a time or anything that made you feel unlovable? Did you ever have that experience? Because everybody doesn't have that.
Yeah, that's a good question, LaChelle, because I have actually had those experiences more times than I can count on my fingers, and honestly, it started when I was a kid. My dad pretty much raised me, even though I had a stepmother in the house. My mother wasn't able to raise us, so there was not a whole lot of nurturing there. There was not a whole lot of hugs. It was just the only time that I probably got hugs was when my dad had been drinking and he was alcoholic. So he was happy during those times, but other times he was always so uptight to the point where I was scared to like really talk about things or tell him even if I got my report cards or whatever. So it really started way back then, and I really had to search myself to see where all of this came from. It was traumas, physical abuse and verbal abuse. It was never like you're pretty, like most girls look up to their dads. I had some good moments with him, but most of them were kind of traumatizing, like just being scared to be who I am. And really not even knowing that I was beautiful, because girls look for that in their father, like to get those hugs and say, oh, my pretty little girl. I just love my little girl, So I didn't get that. So it started with that, but non-subconsciously through my life, I ended up being with men who were physically abusive, verbally abusive. They had, they were addicted to drugs themselves and alcohol. Because I was raised in the suburbs, a lot of the signs I really was naive to the fact, because even though my dad was really like not the most loving, he was very strict and he sheltered us. So I didn't know a lot of things. It took me a long time to figure out what's really going on. Not the abuse part, but just drugs and things like that. And thank God I never turned to him. But anyway, that's where it started. And those relationships with men lowered my self-esteem non-subconsciously. No matter how much I tried to put on some lipstick, I still inside, I just was like depressed all the time, off and on. And true facts, I even tried to commit suicide, several times in my life. Crazy part is the Lord was always with me, and I've always had a very spiritual connection with God. So even when I got to those times when I was doing that, I still would pray, and non-subconsciously, like I knew I didn't really want to take my life. So I'd take something that I like, some allergy pills or, maybe some ibuprofen, something that I know just in my head, I'm thinking, couldn't really kill me.
Right.
And it's so interesting that some of those nights I went through it by myself and I came out of it. But other times, one time I went to the hospital and the nurse said, she says, girl, you are super smart and beautiful. You are not crazy. And there's no way we're admitting you. You know what you were doing. So I remember that moment. And that was a wake up moment. And I had lots of wake up moments. But again, with the abuse and keeping God still a part of my life, the Holy Spirit was still there the whole entire time. I would even hear him at times. Keeping God in my life, not somehow, but through those times, those dark times, the Lord brought me through it all. And God also says use wisdom, and we have to use some free will too. So I had to use some of my own will to step up out of that. Now, thinking that abuse was, I knew it wasn't normal, but because I didn't love myself, well, I'm still keep this man because, he fine, and he might make me hurt.
Have one and be by myself.
I don't want to be by myself.
We all do it. We all do it.
Yeah, but
I do have a question for you. So, because you said about that nurse that said to you, you're beautiful, you're smart, all of that. How impactful was that, if at all, at that time, hearing her say that? Because if it's something you weren't believing about yourself, did that impact you at all coming from her?
Well, it did impact me so much to the fact it did impact me. I actually cried because I was like, this is coming from another woman that's telling me this. That's first. And second, it just like while you're in that room, because they put you in a room with no, it's locked, you can't get out basically. And sitting in that room in those 4 hours, I had time to really think after she talked to me about that. And so it really resonated with my spirit, so much to the fact that when I got out of there, I kicked his butt to the curb. You gotta go. Give me my keys back. Get out. I don't want you no more. Instead of a man telling me, I don't want me, I told him, I don't want you. You is not about nothing. Okay, you got to go. So that was a pillar moment in my life. And yeah, she helped me like kind of wake up. But again, with abuse and non-subconsciously thinking about these things, and even though like God will secretly plant seeds in your life, your whole life, like, and this happened in my mid-30s, and I remember that. I still ended up being with somebody else that was abusive in my life. I even was married to an alcoholic. He wasn't really abusive, but he was verbally abusive. And prior to that, God was planting seeds then. And then I remember the year that I met Krishan, which I'll never forget. It's crazy because I was getting ready to turn 50. And wow, like I said, she poured into me. It was a lot of like somehow turning 50, living through 10 decades of suffering and pain. God said, this is your season. This is your year. It was like, Keisha, wake up. I also had KP pouring into me on a daily. I used to call her every day, and she used to check on me every day. I kid you not. It was something about that year, joining Tava and all of this and meeting her. That was the final wake-up call, because I used to stay in relationships for a long time because naturally I am a loyal person. But it was time for me to really, really wake up and love on Keisha, who is cute.
Baby, you better. I love that. And so now, as you've had this self-love, this awakening, this sisterhood, right? What did you begin to do for yourself? Wait, first of all, public service announcement. Ladies, when y'all kick them to the curb, don't ask for them keys back. Let them leave and change the locks. Okay? It ain't even worth it. All right? And you don't even know if you have an extra what? Don't ask for the keys back. Okay, that was for free. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I felt that. I felt that all in my spirit. I had to share it. So now, as you got on your self-love journey, what did you begin to do for yourself that you hadn't done before? What did that begin to look like?
Wow, that is another good question. Well, on the self-love journey, the other things that I had to keep in mind was friends, being around more positive people in my life, muting out the negativity, definitely affirmations. I've always been a reader, but I never really gravitated as much to affirmations. And I will be honest, I had to give credit where credit is due. Again, first to the Lord, and then second, I give it to KP. She actually taught me a lot about affirmations. She was the first real friend I had in a long time that believed in me, but mostly reiterated different things that I can incorporate into my life to become a bigger, better person, to love myself more. Those affirmations were so amazing. Next thing you know, I started listening to YouTube videos, positive videos, TD Jakes and all of them. And then I was writing affirmations on my mirror, and I'll never forget the first time I really incorporated it. I wrote it in red lipstick on my mirror, and I took a picture, and honey, that was the year again that I was losing weight, and I was cute, and I was just really feeling things, praying. I was reading my my daily, what is it, girl? I forgot. That little pamphlet that
little daily word book.
Yes, the daily. That booklet, reading more of God's word, and just really doing things that I enjoy too. That helps you to love yourself more. I love to sing, I love to dance, I love to kick it, I love church. I just love people, good people. But God was like I said, when I started implementing all of these things, LaChelle, my whole spirit started being attracted to other things that was positive and people that had the remarkable capability to not take me back to that darkness anymore. So that was it. Like 50 was before 50 and 50 and all of those things I just told you. That is like how it happened for me. And losing weight, of course, gives you more loving. You know what I mean?
One. and then she said one of my favorites. I don't care how down you are, baby, a popping red lip will make everything better.
Yes, absolutely.
But I love it, whether it's on your lips or, as you said, writing on the mirror, to encourage yourself. And I hope those that are watching, because you've said a lot about Krishan, who's the person that originally introduced you to the business. I hope everyone in here has heard your heart and has seen how one business connection has turned into now a lifelong friendship and sisterhood, and this will transcend products and money and everything else. So thank you, oh my gosh, for sharing. And look, I saw Krishan in the chat talking about y'all had to move a whole house, talking about those keys.
Oh, yeah.
So y'all, this must be some kind of trigger, because I'm feeling it. So for me, I don't even just change the locks. I changed the whole door, because I want you to know, drive by, you no longer reside here. And we're good. Ladies, do what you have to do. Number one, to protect yourself, because there was a lot that Keisha said about going through physical abuse and verbal abuse, and you have to take those things seriously. So even though we're able to talk through it now, there may be somebody on here that's in the midst of it, right? And sis, all I would say is reach out, and whatever they say and do, believe them the first time.
Absolutely. You are right. You are right. You're right.
Yeah, most of the time that doesn't change. So as we now prepare for the launch, right, tonight, and the lady that's on and that's watching, what would you say to them about falling in love with themselves, and what are you most looking forward to from this now?
Well, what I would say to other ladies is, again, like this new falling in love with you launch that's happening for Tava is one of the most amazing things that I can personally say I've been a part of. And I'm glad that Mr. and Mrs. Lloyd launched this amazing, beautiful program. What I would say is, you cannot um, begin to have that self development on your own. Sometimes outside of the Lord and speaking with Him,
Right.
you have to have a friend. You have to find those positive people in your life that will pour back into you. I didn't have that, but you have an opportunity to meet some people now that can pour into you, that can share from their hearts. And so, with that being said, that's one of my bits and pieces of advice that I would say to women, and that you deserve to love you first, and you deserve to be loved in a complete, transparent, and honest and loving and caring and God-fearing way. You deserve that. You deserve that. Because if your friends and or your significant other don't have the fear of God, guess what? They think they're, the abominable. They think they Superman. They bulletproof. So they don't have no fear of nothing. So that's why they'll keep doing the things, your friends and family, whoever it is, that's not positive. So come on and, get into this, because I'm excited about it. I love our webpage. I love that it's very interactive, that we can post on there. We can post prayers. We can share testimonies. And so this is another way that women who are thinking about falling in love with themselves and coming on this platform, you will have that opportunity. And so I'm excited. Like, I've never seen nothing like this. And so anybody can start a group. But to have a website that's powerful and highly favored and anointed to be able to just bless you, hey, this falling in love is making me fall in love more and more with just life itself in order to bless other people. And might I add, falling in love with myself, I forgot to tell you, LaChelle.
Girl.
Engaged, honey. I got engaged, y'all. I forgot to tell y'all.
Wait a minute.
He found me worthy, and he was worthy of my love.
That hold up part 2. Keisha about to take the whole show. Hold up now, baby.
It's your fault.
Hold up. Don't tell me like he's serving the Lord and treat you well and not addicted and appreciate you.
What?
Baby. All right. Part 2 with Keisha.
Yes. I love you all. And I love you, LaChelle. Thank you for inviting me.
No, I love you so much. Thank you for sharing your open, honest transparency, because not everybody is able to do that. And that's really the blessing and the healing. You know that you're there when God has blessed you, that That is no, those circumstances, situations, things that we've been through are no longer holding us bound. And now you're able to share and bless so many other women by sharing that. And so, all right, guys, next time Keisha on, we're going to talk about how to get a ring on it, baby. Thank you, sis. Thank
Welcome.
you
Thank you,
so
guys.
much. So, man, I tell you, I love her so much. And the women who have been on and are sharing, let me give you guys this is, oh, wait, the website. You heard Keisha talking about the website. If you have not already done so, when we get off, don't go anywhere yet because I still have another powerful sister coming up. But when we get off, make sure you go to the website, fallinginlovewithmyselfagain.com, and go ahead and pre-register. Join the community. Share the website with other men and women, because I know men, y'all see all these ladies on the website, but I promise we have something specific coming for you. But go ahead and share, pre-register. I love what she said about having that community support. And I have said from day one, for me, the beauty of this industry, okay, our company magnifies it 100%, but the beauty of this industry really are the relationships that are formed. I have so many people who are now some of my closest friends who we met in previous endeavors. So, yes, that's right, Miss Beauty. Tell them register, register, register. All right, so let's keep it going. Oh my goodness, that is too much fun, honey. I want to hear about her ring. Okay. It's right after Valentine's Day. She ain't have to do nothing strange for no change. None of that, right? Ladies, y'all know how it is. Come on, we are not that far removed, okay? So let's get ready for my next guest. She is not a stranger to Wealth Building Wednesday. In fact, she is our resident belly dancer. I know y'all can't see it, but I'm actually in my mind rolling my belly. I am in my mind. Not my belly, no, because we have to speak life and speak positive. So I don't have a belly, I'm rolling my abs. Yes, Lord, that's what I'm doing. I'm rolling my abs. Miss Danielle, are you here? Hold on.
Yes, I'm here. I am here.
Hello, sis. How's it going today?
It is going great. It's going excellent. I'm so happy to be here. I was so happy to get the call. It tell you how much I love Tava. I was on the phone with my supervisor for my real job, and then Tava called. It's like, oh, I gotta call you back. So, it's how much of a positive impact Tava's in my life. Like, yeah, I'll get back to you. But I'm happy to be here, and I'm like, even being here right now is actually taking a break throughout the day. Is part of me loving myself. So this is my break, and I'm absolutely in love being here with you. So being present with you. So I am so happy to be here.
I love it. Can you all put in the chat and tell Mr. Lloyd that Rock and I need to be able to love ourselves during the day and take a break? Can y'all tell Mr. Lloyd that? Somebody put in the chat, Mr. Lloyd, let LaChelle and Rock go love on themselves sometimes. It's okay to give them a break. No, sis, I love it. I love it. And you are all about, every time we have spoken, you are all about positivity, self love. So when you heard about falling in love with myself again, what was your thoughts then?
Oh, when it was first introduced to when it was first introduced to me, it was when we was at conference in Houston, and I absolutely love the platform because I know by me working with women with belly dance, you guys don't know I'm also a doula. I help women bring birth into the world. Um, I'm
Okay,
around
wait.
women.
What's the difference between a doula and a midwife? So just so people know.
Midwives are medical and they deal with everything below the waist. Doulas are more emotional and mental support. We deal with everything above the waist. And
Got it.
we also act as advocates. So if anything is not going proper or right for the birth, we're the ones directly with the medical staff making sure that everything is to the mother's liking. So we're the ones to make sure that it happens. But the midwives, they're the more medical and they handle everything down below. So we work as a team. We work as a team.
Okay. All right. Love it. Okay. So keep going. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
That's
Oh,
okay.
look. Brittany say, bring it back Wednesday night belly dance.
Yes.
Brittany, can y'all tell Mr. Lloyd we want a belly dance some weeks? Tell him we don't have to do it every week. Y'all got to put that in
We
the
can do
chat.
it
If
some
y'all
week.
want a belly dance, y'all got to put it in the chat. Tell Mr. Lloyd we want a belly dance. But okay,
So
keep
back to
going.
the story. So when I know a lot of women, they need that more than just losing weight. It's more than just losing weight. It's more than just, getting the body right. You have to get the mind and the spirit right. And I love the fact that I have another resource to connect with women to assist them on their, self-love journey. So, I mean, I know belly dancers. I know belly dancers that have all the confidence in the world when they put the bling and the glitz and the makeup and everything to perform, but as soon as they get off stage, they're a complete mess. And I'm like, I love the fact that I have a resource to be like, come on, sis, come on over. Let's take 10 days out the month to actually focus and work on ourselves. I'm also a caregiver too. So I'm all about taking care of other people. People really expect that you overexert yourself. And the one thing that I refuse to do as part of my self love is I won't overexert myself. If I feel something going wrong with me, I will stop. I will make sure that I'm taken care of first, which is something that happened yesterday. And I have to make sure that my cup is filled up first before I pour over into other people. So
So
that
is
is
that
huge for me.
Yeah. So let me ask. So that's where you are now.
Now,
Was there a period of time where you weren't in that position?
oh yes, it took a while. I will say this: the self love needs to start when we are children, because just like our previous guest, I was bullied when I was growing up, and so my self-esteem was low. I was made fun of for being too skinny. All the beautiful attributes that
Yes.
I have now, all the beautiful attributes I have now, I was made fun of. I was made fun of for having thick lips. I was made fun of for having thick hair. I was made of, well, of course, fun of for wearing glasses. And so it was like, my mom is the one that kept telling me, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful. But it's different when you get around your peers. And when your peers are constantly ridiculing you, come to find out years later, I find out they was bullying me because they didn't feel good about themselves. So that was their way of trying to make them feel good. And it's like, we all in therapy now because we don't know how to sit there and just be like, I love you as children. So I'm just like, it took me until I actually got to college. Um, and it was when other women from other races I had another woman from another race say, your nose is absolutely beautiful. And I'm sitting here looking like, I've never had anybody compliment me on my nose. It's like, what is this? What's going on here? I started when I was in college. I actually started attending sister circles in college. And just the love that was given, other women pouring other love into me, was totally different than what I was experienced, in middle school and high school. And it's like, it's okay to tell another woman she's beautiful. It's okay to compliment on another woman, and just let them know, hey, your hair is popping, them earrings are cute, you're looking fabulous. Because we're speaking words into each other. But I also had to sit down and actually speak words into myself. My mother would make me go in the mirror and look in the mirror and speak to myself. Talk to
Yes.
myself. Tell myself that you're beautiful. Tell myself that, you're gorgeous. And it's like, it wasn't until my 20s that I believed that I was gorgeous, but it wasn't until other people started relating the beauty that they saw back and forth. But it started with me. If I didn't believe that I was beautiful myself, and then truthfully honest, when I started taking belly dance classes, that's where the real transformation started, because I got to play with the belts. I got to just express myself and just move. And
Yes.
being around other women between 40 and 80 that love themselves and love their bodies and love how they moved and everything like that. It was transformative, because I'm like, you see everybody.
Yes.
You see
And you know
everything.
what? That is exactly, as you were talking about it, that is exactly what I was thinking, the exact word. Like, I don't care how big, small, young, or old you are, if you put those jingly things on, and no matter how you move, it makes you feel good. And it's so important for us to find those things that make us feel good. I
Yeah,
love
that bring you joy.
and bring
Um,
you joy. And I love how you said about the other women that began to pour into you on top of your mom. Ladies, I hope that you are hearing. And some of you may already do this, but just when you see a sister, if you think it in
mhm.
your mind, oh, her outfit is fire, or her hair, say it, and it doesn't take anything away from you. We don't have to compete. My
If
shine
it's not,
illuminates your shine,
thank you. If
right?
it's not even a compliment, sometimes it's a simple gift and a simple gesture. I had a beautiful sister one time. We started going to a different church, and I noticed every time I was there, I noticed that this particular sister always wore a bonnet. She was always wearing a bonnet while we were in church. And
Uh,
so one day, I always have my head wraps and my scarves. I gave her a scarf. She was like so surprised. She's like, I didn't even think nobody paid attention to me, that I was wearing this bonnet. And I was like, nobody ever thought to give me something. When she started wearing more scarves after that. And I'm like, I didn't call her out. I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. I just gave her a different alternative to express herself, more so than, the bonnet. So
Instead of saying to another, why she wearing that to church?
why
I
say
know she
anything?
know
No,
better,
no. So
right?
sometimes giving, you got compliments, you got
Yes,
gifts,
yes,
sometimes giving your time. We
Lord.
sometimes we need to be around each other. We need to help each other. We don't know exactly what we're going through. I meet a lot of women who were shamed and what is it, bullied, like I was when I was a kid, to the point where they don't even trust other women. They just don't trust what women do. And it's like having to break that mold. I have a platform where I can help women break out of that and start to trust other women and realize that women, not all women are the same, that there are some of us that really love each other and really want to be there and support and help you go through the ups and downs of what everything that we're going through.
Yeah.
So, and we don't sit back and talk about people behind their back or talk about what, no, we're here to give solutions. We're here to, help, help each other out, show love,
Yeah.
speak life into. So it's
Speak life.
amazing.
Speak
It's amazing
life.
how many women have shared the same story about, how cruel women can be. I know my mom told me about how cruel women could be. I know high school, because we all went to high school. We all know the mean girls and everything like that. We know about that. But to know that that particular culture still goes on even in workplace, even as adults. And it's like, we need to find we need to get, let women know
Like you
there's
said,
there's
break that
another way.
mold, because mean girls turn into mean old ladies
Women.
if
Hmm.
they don't address that. You know what I'm saying? And get down to their core of the issues. So I'm really excited, because I too, I wouldn't say I was bullied, because it didn't bother me as much, but I was definitely talked about for being so skinny, right? Definitely teased about being skinny. And even now, as an adult, it doesn't stop. Because if I say, well, oh my gosh, during the pandemic, I gained 15 pounds, then other women will say things like, oh my gosh, you're so little, blah, blah, blah. But that's still my truth. You
Right.
know what I'm
And I
saying?
feel you. Like my truth, I love the products Tava have, but I'm at the point now where I'm like, you know what? I'm probably the smallest I've been as an adult right now. And I'm like, you know what? I need to gain a little bit muscle. For me, this is a little too small for me right now. So I'm like, to the point where I even had clients that would look at me, be like, well, can you lift me or lift? And I'm just looking like, okay, I have tools to help me, you know. I don't have to use my physical strength, you know, to do the job. Do you have what I need to do what I need to do? I like to work smarter, not harder. So I'm
Yeah.
like, we can do this, but I'm like, I'm ready to gain a little bit more muscle. I'm missing some curves, and I'm like, and this is my truth. This is me doing. People be looking at me, be like, oh my God, you're skinny. You know, you should be happy. I'm like, well, I kind of like being a little thicker. So I'm like, you know, you never know what other people want to
Somebody else's
project how
truth.
they feel about
Yes.
themselves on you, and it's like, no, I'm not in the same place as you. I'm like, I'm the complete opposite. I want another 15 pounds of muscle, just a
Right,
little
and
more.
that's okay. And whatever it is, it's okay. And look, I see Krishan in the chat. How about she ready for the high school reunion? Look, I was trying to refrain because we are not going to be ugly to the women who teased us when we were younger, and now
No.
they are no, we are not going to do that. But I will say, Danielle, I'm a thick four. Okay, I am a very thick four. All right, and I am okay with it. And we want to give ladies the freedom to be happy and celebrate them wherever
Whatever.
they are,
Yeah.
and support them wherever they're trying to go. I think that's the key. You know what I'm saying? And not
Mm-hmm.
body shame on either side of the spectrum.
So I will say this much. Part of my journey also leads me to spending more time in nature, and actually doing more self-care practices with a lot of the sister circles that I'm in. And so one of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen was, there's a spa in Chicago called King Spa. In Atlanta, they call it Jeju. It's a Korean spa. And basically you go in and you are to cleanse yourself in gender neutral spaces. And thing about this is that they don't allow bathing suits for sanitation reasons. So you get to see the female body. And I realized one time I looked, I was like, the female body, everybody tells a story. Everybody tells a story. And I'm looking at the beautifulness of the female form, no matter what shape or size it was. It was a woman in there one time that had, you could tell she had breast cancer because she had one breast removed, but she had a beautiful tattoo replaced right on top of that. And I'm like, her body is telling the story without her even saying the word. You know, you see the women with the C-section scars, or the woman who was just pregnant, and it was just like, it made me look at my body totally different. Like, I'm not gonna fat shame myself anytime ever again. And you know, it was amazing just to see women, you know, first of all, we don't know each other, we coming from all places, but
Right, right.
it's just like, you just realize we're the same no matter what. We got the same parts, we're working, we're all doing the same thing to make sure that our bodies are, what is it, the way healthy. I'm not gonna say the way we want, I'm gonna say healthy, period.
Healthy.
And
I love that. I love that.
that opened up my eyes right there, like, oh my God, you know. And then I'm around women who are not afraid or unashamed to be around each other, you know, in a certain way. You're just like, okay, we're gonna cleanse, we're gonna tone, we're gonna purify, we're gonna go to the spa, we're gonna go to the sauna, we're gonna, you know, steam, and just get all of that. And it's like, that's a little facet that I think we are far removed from, because we think this is something that you have with luxury, and it's really not. Like, I took
Right.
myself to the sauna Saturday. It was $25. That was the best self-love, self-care hour of sitting there and just being with myself, and the steam and everything. I was like, I forgot I used to do this on a regular basis. Okay, let's look in the budget and see how we're gonna do this once a month because it's
I
needed.
love that. I love what you just said. Making a decision to do things for yourself, right?
Yes.
Finding it in the budget. And let me tell y'all, the spa she's talking about, I have been to a seminar. I haven't been to one in Atlanta. One, I think my god baby told me about it and to go. And I will be honest, it was an experience. Right. And if you are like conservative, I mean, what may take you too far too fast, but after the experience, you just have a deeper appreciation as a woman, right? A different confidence, a different, I think appreciation really is the best word, because you're like, okay, nobody else in here tripping but me. Everybody else is enjoying the facility. Everybody else, no matter size, ethnicity, age, this or that, and it's just a real moment of freedom. Definitely something I would recommend. Definitely. And ladies, hey, Miss Jenny.
And I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to do it again. This time I get to take my products with me and do a deeper detox. That's what I love. And that's what I'm so excited to do, because I'm like, I can detox while I'm here. Because most places like that, you stay for 24 hours. So you can do a very nice 24-hour detox with the Vasia detox tea. And then you got the Vasia, the Valet 30. We have the sexy, we have the flare, and so I'm like, that's going to be an experience to take it with the products. So I can't wait for that.
Love it.
That particular spot for us is 5 hours away, and I'm the type of person, I will hop in the car and go by myself.
Treat yourself. Wait, where are my ladies? Where are my ladies that travel by themselves? Where are my ladies? Put it in the chat. Danielle, have you ever gone anywhere by yourself, out of your city?
Yes, yourself? I have. I've done it twice, and it's always been for work. So
okay, no, I'm not talking about for work. Just you deciding, I want to go here, whether it's a day, 2 days, a week. Anybody? Where are my really grown ladies? I'll be honest, I'm not there yet. I'm working toward it.
I'm working on it. I am the same way. I'm working on it myself.
I love it. Well,
what's the name of the spa again? It's called King Spa. They have several locations across the country. The one in Atlanta is called Jeju. It's like Ju, something like that. But it's well worth it. I'm finding bits and pieces of myself. Waking up early, doing yoga. Belly dancing, making sure I get my 30 minutes of workout in. Love walking. It's kind of difficult right now. Well, it's 50 degrees today in Michigan, but we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So it's like finding, just cooking, cleaning. It's a little bit of everything, but I wasn't always like this. It took time to get there, and it took being around positive women who, they love themselves and they love on you. It's like, what do you need? How can I help you? I mean, I didn't grow up with that. Like, you want to help me? Help me do what? Like, I've had sisters come and help clean up the house when I couldn't. I've had people, drop off food when I couldn't do something. It's like, I'm stressed out. Oh, how can I help you? How can I serve you? What? And it's like not anything major. You know what I'm saying? Bellamere Sweets in Ohio.
It seems like not a lot, but look how one thing that you do for somebody, you don't know what that will do. So
exactly.
Thank you as always for coming on, sharing. We're going to work on Mr. Lloyd some more so we can start some belly dancing.
Yes, and that was so much fun. Belly dancing and stretching. I swear, stretching. And I will tell a short story, because Tava came through yesterday. Yesterday, I experienced back pain, like real back pain for the first time, real bad, to the point where it stopped me in my tracks working with my client. I want to give thanks to my partner, because I called my partner crying like I've never experienced it before. I don't know what's going on. He was like, do you want to go to the chiropractor? I was like, yes, I'm stopping whatever I'm doing. We're going to the chiropractor. I did take a squirt of the sexy, because I'm like, I don't take pain pills. I'm not a pain pill person. I know if I'm experiencing pain, something is wrong, and I'm not the type of person to take pain pills to just mask over it and try to push through. So go to the chiropractor. I get the adjustment, and I'm sitting here thinking, okay, how am I going to pay for this? I'm like, this is a very interesting week. How are we going to take care of this? I want to thank Tava, because Tava paid for my chiropractor appointment. The money that was on my Tava card paid for my chiropractor, and that was me. That was me loving myself, because I'm like, most people would be like, oh my God, I ain't got the money. How am I gonna do this? Or I can't do this. No, I have, because of my job and what I do and taking care. I have to take care of my body. So whatever it was, it got adjusted. The sexy definitely helped ease the pain. Whatever, like I said, I got adjusted. I got cracked. Okay, I heard a couple of cracks here and there, and today I'm walking around good 90% pain free. But it's knowing when your body tells you, like, hey, something wrong. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to it. And so
that is so important.
I had to say thank you. I was like, you know what, that happened. I was like, I forgot that I even had money on that card, and it came through. And I'm like,
but that's when you wait a minute. Hold on, y'all in the chat. Don't be deceived now. That's only wealthy people forget they have money on places. Okay, wealthy people forget they have money. Receive it, sis. Receive it.
I receive it. Yes, I receive it. I receive it. But
all
it's all
right.
about this type of lifestyle. And I'm like, the lifestyle is like, when you need something, it's there. You know what I'm saying? If you need to stop and take a break just to woos out, or you experience something, it's like, go to the doctor, go to the chiropractor. You take care of it. You have everything and the resources you need to take care of it. So I'm like, you know, I'm very happy. I'm like, I love my Tava family. I love the products. I'm loving the lifestyle. So yeah, thank you so much, Tava. Thank you. And like, I just say thank you.
And thank you, sis, for coming on today. Tune in tonight. You're going to be on tonight, right?
I will be on tonight. Yes.
All righty. Thank you. All right. I mean, guys, ladies, gents, family, friends, Tavans, everybody on. Again, two beautiful stories. I hope you heard their heart. It's really about the community, the sisterhood, the support. I mean, it really is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And ladies, I saw you in the chat, ladies that travel alone. Okay, I'm trying to be grown like you. I am trying to get there. It is important, and maybe you're not ready to do something by yourself out of your city yet. Take you a staycation. Now, I am good for a staycation in the city, honey. I will post up to get away on a regular. All right, that is important. But tune in tonight. This was just a taste of what you will see tonight on the official launch of our Falling in Love with Myself Again community. Make sure that you please share, not just with people, because this isn't for Tava. It's not for Tava specific. It's for our community as a whole. Anybody that you know that will benefit from this support, you want to encourage them to get on tonight. Tell them don't meet you there, 8 p.m. Central on all of our platforms, Facebook, YouTube. We will be there. Our CEOs and founders, Kenny and Shante Lloyd, will be there, and many, many others. So thank you again, everybody, for another wonderful day. I hope something was said to encourage you, to inspire you. And if you were having a day that wasn't the greatest, hopefully something was said today to make it a little bit better for you. Peace and blessings to everyone. Until tonight, you guys have a blessed day.
Come with me, with Tava, no place is too far. Come with me, with Tava, no place is too far to go. We can take you around the world. Catch this flight with me, with Tava, no place is too far to go. New places, new faces, yeah, new zip codes. New money, NFTs and plus crypto. Don't need care cash no more. Digital currency on me. Overseas we back and forth. Round trips all aboard, baby. There's room at the top. We'll save a spot for you. Can't no one limit us, so you should come with me. With Tava, no place is too far. Come with me. With Tava, no place is too far to go. We can take you around the world. Catch this flight with me. With Tava, no place is too far to go.